We want to thank you so much for being here. It would have meant the world to look out and see all your faces today. Celebrating my dad's life, I'm reminded and humbled by just how many people he has touched throughout his relatively short life. But more than that, how much he was loved and how much he loved back. So welcome and thank you. As I said, he would have loved to see each one of your faces. It'd be great to see all the different facets of his life that are represented today, because as in anyone's life, we all span a multitude of people that touch us in different ways. So to start, his loving family, Mom, Haley, in-laws, cousins, anyone related to this wonderful man. Either stand up or raise your hand if it's easier. Oh. Thank you. He treasured each and every one of you. Neighbors, friends, colleagues. Is there anyone out there that, this is going to go back, maybe grew up with my dad or went to high school with my dad? Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. You touched him. What about anybody that worked with him? Oh, look at that. Thank you. How about anyone that, did sports with him? Golf, fantasy football, poker, all the sport. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Those types of activities, they brought him so much joy, as I know you guys know. Okay, how about anybody from the neighborhood? Like a recent neighborhood, an old-time neighborhood. We got Angela Way, 39th Court representing right out back there. Look at that. Oh, thank you, thank you. Those days in the neighborhood, as we all know, they connect us and unite us forever. So thank you. Thank you so much. You all represent his circle of life, and he loved you big. From his 1,000-watt smile, we all can see it right now in our brains, I'm sure, to his, let's just say loud. We know. If you know, you know. It was a big one. To his ability to brighten any room or just make you feel like $1,000,000. This man radiated life, love, and ultimately acceptance. His answer was always what? Yes. Always yes. To any need, he never, ever hesitated. He always showed up. And he didn't just show up. You knew he was there. He showed up in his signature way. Big. Front row center. His loud laugh. Sometimes you have to shush him. But he represented at every school event, every soccer game, every dance recital, every horse show, everything. He was there front row center, smiling, laughing, and always showing unconditional love and support for his family and friends. Now, he did have a quirky side. I mean, don't we all? He loved comedy. He loved to laugh. He was a happy guy. But he loved goofball, slapstick, silly comedy. Like, he really liked Pee Wee Herman. I'm not making this up, you guys. Pee Wee's Playhouse, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. That was his jam. He was a fan club member. Thank you, Haley. He has memorabilia, so now you know his secret. But that was his thing, right? He just loved comedy. He loved antics. He loved to laugh and bring joy to people and feel joy. He also loved trivia. He was known at gatherings to bring out the most gigantic poster board with a trivia game on it. No gathering was ever complete until he would come wandering out with this board, I'm not kidding, bigger than him sometimes, with some game on that he had spent forever pulling together, and he just couldn't wait to share it with his family. He was an honorable, loving husband, a doting father, an absolutely exquisite granddad and great-granddad. He loved his brothers. And I'm sorry my Uncle Rick couldn't be here today. He is ill. But Uncle Ronnie, he loved you. I always loved and admired how they would sometimes simply call each other brother. And you could feel the love. They and their parents had a bond you could literally feel when you were in their presence. His love exploded for in-laws, cousins, nieces, nephews, and all of your friendship. It knew no bounds to him. At his core, he was a genuinely happy soul. And even at the end, when he could barely speak, at times barely move, he showed up. He told jokes, and they got pretty funny at the end. there was some pretty good ones in there, Dad. And he stayed positive. He stayed positive throughout the entire ordeal of the last couple of years of his life. Even with the cards he had been dealt, he remained the man he always had been. While the loss feels immeasurable, just remember so is the love left behind. As we celebrate his life, it amplifies to me the reality that all life is finite. Each one of us are on the same journey, you guys. We're all on the same journey. It's one of life, it's one of death, but ultimately it's one of love. And it's that reality that unites all of us. While the roads we take on this journey are different, and there's different points in each of our roads, it's important to always remember and recognize, as my dad did, some points your road is going downhill, you're coasting, you're celebrating, and during those times be so grateful. Because there's other times, and for others, that maybe they've just reached the base of an epic hill, and they're just starting a climb. Or maybe an unexpected turn has just popped up out of nowhere. Didn't expect it, and yet there it is. Remember that, and always lead with kindness and with love. Because that's what my dad did. That's what my dad always did. When I come to the end of the road, and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all part of the master plan, a step on the road to home. So when you are lonely and sick at heart, look around, go to the friends we know. Laugh at all the things we used to do. Miss me, but let me go. Let's take a look down memory lane at this beautiful life my dad lived.